Welcome to the Astral Weather Report. I'm Jeremy Gene Wilson with the Light Army, and I come on here every 6 days to share with you the astral cosmic shifts in our neutrino weather. The unseen energy that affects the way you think, the way you feel, the way you interact with others, helps you understand what's going on energetically, mentally, and emotionally, so it's not confusing, doesn't create conflict, and even if it does, you know how to solve it, but most importantly, so you can benefit, leverage it, and use these transit to your advantage. So the theme for July 7th through July 12th is ascending ambition. We just came out of a transit a lot of people feel some heaviness from. It's agitating, it's provoking, it causes us to realize what's not working, what we want to shift, what we want to change. Maybe you didn't change it all, but it gives you calibrated directory. And this cycle, the mental emotional forecast, what you can expect, is a really positive cycle. This cycle marks the beginning of a new ascent, fresh opportunities, bigger visions, a heightened ambition, motivation comes alive and online. So the real key though, success will really depend on whether your motives are rooted in purpose or ego, whether what is motivating you is fear, status, or is it purpose? Is it compassion? Is it solving big problems in the world for yourself, for others, for humanity, for your community? So people might feel just a deeper surge of motivation to grow, to level up, to make change. This is the kind of energy that serves as a catalyst. When you embrace it, these are the moments that if your willpower hasn't been enough to make significant change in the past, this gives us the ability. You're going to feel a little bit of restlessness with your current position. You're going to want to feel change. It feels almost intoxicating because you can taste the rainbow of your dreams. So you might just have a little more increased desire for recognition, for advancement, for progress, or influence, right? The enemy of progress is perfection. Progress is perfection. So you might just feel a little excitement about new ventures, new possibilities, but it is time to really start elevating not just your habits, but your belief that it's coming true. Because if you take action toward a path, it is predestined, it is inevitable that you will arrive at your location. So every single new beginning asks the same question. Why are you climbing? Why are you putting in the work? It's the why that drives the how. Our state is driven by our story. And when our story is driven for both personal gain and collective gain of the whole, we can't be stopped. And that's what this week teaches us. It teaches us that ambition is a gift. The enthusiasm and optimism of motivation is determined by our motives, our reason and our why behind our actions. So our purpose determines its destination, right? The sun has moved into the 53rd signature. In human design, we call it gate 53. This is the gate of development. It's the gate of beginnings. It's the gate of expansion. And in the I Ching, it's just known as the hexagram of development. And this can show up in a distorted way. If you don't pay attention, the shadow, how this can show up is just starting everything and really finishing nothing. You might start something, run into a few obstacles, then shift and never come back to it. So you might feel impatience. You might feel like, man, this is a waste of time. You might feel like you're chasing opportunities without really committing. And that's the key. The only way to keep the house warm is to chop. And sometimes we got to sharpen the axe to chop. Sometimes we got to go in and warm up. It's a silly metaphor, but the point is, chopping wood and carrying water is the only thing the enlightened person did before they were enlightened and after. And so you got to start and finish. You have to fall in love with the things that will allow you to sustain success when you get there. And the number one way to align with this is purposeful beginnings. It's really tying in the purpose, the reason, the why behind what you're doing. Is it to elevate your standards? Is it to elevate your values and your vision and demonstrate those in real life? It's all about strategic growth, right? We all have dreams, but right, you can't win a strongman competition unless you lift weights and build toward that. There's no skipping scenes. It's just like in martial arts. You can't get your black belt without getting your blue belt, your brown belt, your yellow belt, and every other color belt before you get there. So it's about strategic, sequential growth, right? Initiating only what can be sustained. That's what I mean. Like success, it isn't, oh, I'm going to do these things and become successful. I'm going to do these things and success will be the byproduct forever. Right? The number one reason most people fail in business, in relationships, is because they don't commit to something knowing that they're going to have to commit to it on the hard days, the days you don't want to do it. You can be excited by this energy the next 6 days, but can you channel that excitement by anchoring the reasons and the motives for doing it long after this emotion, this motivational ambition, it dries up, right? So yeah, that's the most important part. The core lesson from gate 53, from the 53rd signature, is just that every single great achievement ever begins with one committed step. It's mind your breath, mind your step. It's the journey of 10,000 steps, right? So you don't get there. You can't skip to step 9,999, even if you want to be there now super bad, because that vision's so real. You know you have it in your heart. You got to take one step at a time, and you got to be willing to take that step over and over and over every day. So the Earth has moved into the 54th signature, and this is such a beautiful paired match. It is in human design known as gate 54. It's the gate of ambition. It's the gate of drive. It's the gate of transformation. In the I Ching, we call it the hexagram of the marrying maiden. So this can show up in a distorted way by seeking status, wanting to be popular, wanting to fit in, wanting to make sure that we're, a high significant person, that we're important. That means that you could literally be the king of the shitheads. They say the one-eyed man is the king of the blind, and that's the truth. Like, if you seek status, it lowers your status. If you're comparing yourself to other people, that's creating jealousy and envy, and those are fear-based emotions. That means you'll climb at any cost. There's only 2 ways to have the tallest building in town: to build it or tear another one down. Try and copy it, right? Everyone's seen a kit car. Everyone's seen a Lamborghini that wasn't a Lamborghini. You have to actually put in the work. If you're seeking external validation instead of just looking the part, it's never going to work. These people that say, fake it till you make it, that doesn't work. You have to be it and be it and be it and practice being it until eventually being it is what you are. There's a quote I love. It's about identity. It's about our future self. And it's, I know I met my future self on the path. I don't know whether he became me or I became him, but I know we met along the way. And so the alignment I want you to get from this gate, from the signature, is like, healthy ambition is driven by identity. It's not driven by comparison, envy, jealousy, none of that. Comparanoia is a thief of joy, and it'll just lead you in circles. You were made unique on purpose. You have unique talents and gifts and strengths, intelligence, humor, goals, personality traits, the good, the bad, the ugly. So it's about purposeful advancement of that. It's about recognizing the qualities that make you unique to solve problems in the world that aren't natural and easy for everyone else to solve. And it's about transforming your aspirations into achievement, right? Like Charlie Rocket says, just get on a winning streak, a tiny win toward the thing you want to know. Sometimes that's learning the mindset. Sometimes that's learning the information of what to do long before you've started. But when you take one step, pick up a phone call, send a message, ask someone else for help, ask for a perspective, one step in purposeful advancement toward that. That's how you transform aspiration to achievement. You start stacking wins. Then your reticular activation center, when you have 58 wins and you have one obstacle show up, it's still 58 steps forward and one step back. That's still progress. And so the core lesson of this transit from the Earth side is your ambition, your motivation should elevate your character as much as your success, right? This is why most people that win the lottery are broke within 2 years, because money, status, fame just exposes your character, exposes your values, exposes your principles. And that's actually the problem most people have. Your ambition, your enthusiasm should elevate your character, should elevate and accentuate and express your values and the principles that you adhere yourself to as much as your success. So what to avoid this next 6 days? Just don't chase opportunities without discernment. Get clear about the reason you're really doing it. Is it for selfishness? Is it for pride? Is it for ego? Or is it really to support, to serve, to solve problems, eliminate pain from the world? Because those are the things that will compound, right? If the only reason you're doing it's for money or status, like my friend Joe Polish says, if the only thing you're getting paid is money, you're technically a prostitute. So there's a lot of other ways to get paid. And, and purpose and divinity for answering prayers on this planet is something that's a worthy cause of your character. Don't compare your journey to other people this next few days. Don't climb for status instead of significance, real healthy significance, and start projects you'll finish. Avoid starting projects you know you'll never finish. Don't mistake ambition for purpose, because this is just, you're going to feel it the next few days, but then it might run out. And so you better use this next few days to get clear of why you're doing it. The way to leverage this the most is just begin one meaningful initiative. Say, I'm going to do this thing and I'm going to take a step. You don't have to announce it to the world. Just create they call it the Jerry Seinfeld. That's how he became a famous comedian. He just created a blank free calendar he got at the bank, and he put a red X every time he did comedy for a day. He would go to a coffee shop. He would go find an opportunity to do comedy. And eventually he never stopped. And a few years later, he was one of the world's greatest comedians, because he just aligned one ambition with his mission to become a comedian. And he began one meaningful initiative, which is, I'm going to do comedy every single day. I'll invest only in long-term growth, that thing that you would do every single day for a year. Yes, you're going to suck at it at first maybe, but you'll get better. You'll become more efficient. You know, one of my favorite books, Atomic Habits by James Clear, if you just focused 18 minutes a day to one thing for 1 year, you would be in the top 5% of the entire world in that one thing, in almost every single endeavor, whether it's singing songs, writing, playing the piano, marketing, advertising, social media. If you spent 18 minutes a day on it and you set a timer and did that in 1 year, you would be in the top 5% of people committed to that thing. So only invest in what you do long-term, build relationships that elevate everybody. Don't invest in relationships that aren't elevating everybody in their life and yours. Create 1 + 1 = 11 situations. Create momentum through consistency, through consistent execution toward your goals, your dreams, your ambition that will serve the whole. Begin one project. You keep putting off, stop procrastinating. You keep saying, I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to do that. Literally, review your long-term vision and take action. Eliminate one distraction that's competing with that mission, and reach out to someone that inspires your growth. Tell them they inspire you. Tell them you love learning from them. You'd love to learn from them more in the future. But most importantly, this transit says, define what success actually means to you. I'm realizing in my life, success means peace. Success means joy. And there's certain things I've been willing to sacrifice in my life. I'm no longer tolerating sacrificing, because I want peace, I want joy, I want trust, I want respect. I want the intangibles of life even more than I want money. So do the same in your life. What does success mean to you? I want money too. That's a great receipt for the value you're bringing to the world. But define what success means to you. A couple prompts to be with. What am I truly climbing toward? It's got to be worth the climb. Like my friend Peter says, there's a lot of impossible hills. Our dreams in many cases feel impossible. You got to become a hill taker. And the only way to do that is it has to be worth it. What are you truly climbing toward that's worth it? And does your ambition create value for others, or only validate yourself? Is it really creating value for others, or is it validating yourself? This week's assignment, like I said, just take one action, take the first decisive step toward a long-term vision, one awareness. Notice where comparison is influencing your decisions, where you're consulting with ChatGPT or the whole, you're going and looking what's popular, what's working. Screw that. Have one conversation, share your vision with one person who will challenge you to grow, and set a boundary. Say no to an opportunity that doesn't align with your mission. Say no to something that you know does not serve your calling. That's what I got for you this week. Purpose gives ambition direction. This is all about ascending ambition. Lean in. If you want to upgrade this, I've got a really cool theme in week 9, the Breakthrough Lab this week. Go to lightarmy.com/lab. If you want to get out of your own way, you want to install an identity to make more money, to step into your genius, to accept who you are and let go of the things you might think are broken with you. I've got a barn burner. We'll see you Wednesday at noon. I'll be back here in 6 days for the next episode of the Astral Weather Report. In the meantime, remember what you are. More importantly, remember what you're not. You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You are the light. You can't see with your eyes, but you're transmitting electrical energy. We all are. I am, we are the light. Shine on. Bye for now.